be sure to comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, what's up guys, JD Venom here, part of Venom Nation Wrestling, and this is the Mae Young Classic Finals review here. It just went off the air on the WWE Network. I, myself, took off work today just to see this match. I didn't see SmackDown, I saw the ending, I saw Vince McMahon and Kevin Owens, I saw that segment. It was a pretty damn good segment, but we're not here to talk about SmackDown. We are here to talk about the Mae Young Classic Finals. Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane, the much anticipated matchup. If you've been following the Mae Young Classic, this is the match. And this match delivered. Was it the best match of the Mae Young Classic? Debatable. I still think Kairi Sane and Bianca Belair probably put on a better wrestling match, but this is definitely top 3. This was a great match. This was great for the WWE and the WWE Network tonight as well. Great stuff from Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane. This was the best story. The best story told in this tournament. Did not disappoint. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to leave me a thumbs up like that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. And like the Facebook page, where both links are down below. Tell your friends and family and come and join the JD Venom Nation here on YouTube. Again, building up into this, Shayna Baszler, one of the 4 women of the 4 horsewomen of the MMA. Okay, if you guys were expecting a 4 horsewomen of the WWE and UFC, you would be greatly disappointed on what actually happened tonight. But that is a minor thing compared to what we actually saw tonight. Because what I wanted to see this match tonight, I was anticipating the four horsewomen, you know, segment as well between WWE and the MMA world. But being that Sasha Banks is in New Zealand right now, and we didn't even see Roderick Strong's wife there, Marina Schaefer, whatever her name is. She wasn't there either. It was just Jasmine Duke, Shayna Baszler, and Ronda Rousey. Then you had Bayley, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch as far as on the WWE side. So I think when they're gonna do this segment, they may have something backstage for WWE.com or WWE on the YouTube channel. So there was really nothing there. I'm recording this right after, as soon as it went off the air, right after the Mae Young Classic ended. Show opens up. You had all the women front row that you would expect. You had Alundra Blaze. You had Awesome Kong was there. She was going by her real name, not Awesome Kong, Kia Stevens. But they put her on TV, but in a backstage interview because she was there with the cast of Glow, Netflix. Very good show. If you're into wrestling, watch it. It's fucking wrestling. But you had Awesome Kong there, Karma. You had Alundra Blaze. You had Beth Phoenix. You had Dana Warrior. You had, like I said, Ronda Rousey, Jasmine Duke. You had Asuka was there. They didn't really mention Asuka. She was there. Bayley, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. And that's all I can really remember for the women's side. Mauro Ranallo was there because he's a fucking wrestling nut and he loves wrestling. So why not be there, right? Mauro Ranallo was there. JR and Lita did their best commentary job. They did their best commentary job in the finals. They understood the severity of the situation with the finals here between these 2 women here. Lita she actually sounded good tonight. I will never want her on commentary again, but you know, sometimes sometimes you eat a shit pie and it tastes like chocolate. That's a bad analogy. But, you know, it was just one of those things where I thought Lita actually sounded good tonight. Maybe I'm in the minority with that, but hey, I thought she sounded good. Jim Ross, as good as always tonight as well. Well, I went through pretty much everything here except for the match itself, because there was only one match, Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. They both came out to the ring. They showed them backstage before they showed their video packages. Kairi Sane was carrying her, her little captain's wheel coming to the ring. You know what I mean? Backstage, they showed Shayna Baszler backstage with Ronda Rousey and Jasmine Duke. Rousey, of course, gets a big pop, you know, because she's fucking Ronda Rousey. But they both come out. Lillian Garcia was doing the actual ring introduction as well, so that was good to see. Lillian Garcia was there. Lillian Garcia was, I don't want to say she was a women's revolution because she wasn't an in-ring worker, but she, I guess what you could say, timely started to open up the door for the women to be on TV more, because before like your Trish Stratus's and everybody, there was Lillian Garcia doing the announcing for WWE, and Trish Stratus and, you know, and Lita, they were still there too, but I'm just saying, somebody that's on TV all the time talking, she opened up doors, because we usually have a man's job for Howard Finkel. So, being that as it may, they both come out to the ring. There was your ring introductions. And I forgot to mention as well, Piper Niven, Toni Storm, Mercedes Martinez, and Castle Ray was there. A lot of women were there tonight. It was pretty awesome. So you get your ring introductions, the match begins, and before the match begins, actually, you seen Kairi Sane pulls her hand for a handshake. Shayna Baszler didn't give Kairi Sane a handshake, but she slapped her hand. She only shook hands with Mercedes Martinez, and she slapped the hand of Kairi Sane. Everybody else in the tournament, she did not, you know, make any handshakes or anything of that nature. So that shows you right there that already Shayna Baszler had respect for Kairi Sane. She knew that she was no slouch coming into this match. This match was built up on a good story, on working on Kairi Sane's elbow. The big elbow that Kairi Sane does from the top rope, that was being worked on in this match. Shayna Baszler was working on it. Early on, they were filling each other out. Shayna Baszler was trying to go for early submissions, trying to go for the rear naked choke. And, you know, Kairi Sane was breaking out of that. Shayna Baszler was working on her arm. Kairi Sane was working out of it until Shayna Baszler finally got the upper hand, because she was a bigger individual. She's been the top dog, the big dog, if you will, to pardon a pun there, of this tournament. She's been the most legit badass. Now, you know, she's been working on Kairi Sane's arm. She puts her into the rear naked choke. Kairi Sane reverses it into a pin, where she rolls back into a pin. And Shayna Baszler's like, you know, almost got you. You know, it was pretty close. So, you know, the first, like, you know, 5 minutes of the match, pretty much, it's been all arm work on Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane was getting her arm worked on, you know, during the most of the time of this match. It got turned around here when Kairi Sane hits the spear on Shayna Baszler, and Shayna Baszler's ribs was the story of the other side. So it was Kairi Sane's elbow versus Shayna Baszler's ribs. And after Kairi Sane hits that big elbow from the top rope, it started to turn around. Kairi Sane did her diving sliding elbow. She she did basically, working on the ribs of Shayna Baszler, kicking her into the back of the ribs, and doing drop kicks into the ribs, things of that nature. So she was really working on the ribs. At one point in the match, we see Kairi Sane go for the top rope. It looks like she was gonna go for the for the big forearm elbow from the top rope. Shayna Baszler reverses it into the rear naked choke. Kairi Sane, I thought it was over right there. I thought it was over. No one's got out of the rear naked choke. And I was thinking to myself, Kairi Sane has to win this match. Kairi Sane is the megastar. Kairi Sane is the one to replace Asuka in NXT. Kairi Sane is going to have huge, I repeat, massive, huge merchandise. It is going to be fucking insane on how big Kairi Sane's merchandise will be. I'm letting you guys know right now, her merchandise for the little girls, the Pirate Princess had the little wheel. She is going to be a merchandise gold mine for the WWE. I'm saying it now. So, being that as it may, Kairi Sane hits the spear. Was still working on Shayna Baszler. Baszler got her in the rear naked choke. She elbows Baszler into the left side of her ribs. That's where it was being worked on. Then after that, Kairi Sane basically got Shayna Baszler in a trio wall position, hanging from the top rope. And I was thinking right here, is she going to do the fucking elbow with her in the trio wall position? That'll be sick. That'll be a sick way to end the match. That's something that I can see later on down the road. A trio wall position into an elbow. But we didn't get that. We just saw a double foot stomp, kind of like what Dakota Kai did to, who was it? Was it Rhea Ripley? I believe it was Rhea Ripley who she did that to in her match in the second round of the tournament. So, with that being said, she did the double stomp onto the ribs. She did the, the little march into the corner, and did a sliding elbow into the ribs of Shayna Baszler. Gets up to the top rope with the insane, I guess they're calling it the insane diving elbow from the top rope. Beautiful elbow from Kairi Sane. Picture perfect for the 1, 2, 3 pinfall. And Kairi Sane is your inaugural winner for the Mae Young Classic. Great match. I think overall this probably had the most emotion out of all the matches in the tournament. The crowd in Las Vegas, they were with it. They were with the match. They understood how big of a deal it was when you saw all the women there. When they have pretty much, women like Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch and participants in the Mae Young Classic, Piper Niven, Toni Storm, Candice LeRae, Asuka was there. The fans got how big this was. They understood how big it was, and the crowd was at times chanting. This was awesome. This was a great, great match. Maybe down the road, this match is going to mean more to the WWE. This match is definitely going to mean more to the WWE, and people are actually going to remember this match more than Kairi Sane, Bianca Belair, or Toni Storm versus Piper Niven, matches like that. But me personally, as of right now, as of the moment, as watching the tournament overall, I will still say that Kairi Sane and Bianca Belair is my favorite match. This match here tonight is going to be the one that's going to be remembered the most because it was on the finals on the WWE Network. And, it was in front of a packed house at the Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Secondly, as well, Kairi Sane wins. This match was big on the WWE Network. They need to start doing the tournament finals live in whatever arena that they're in on a Tuesday. If SmackDown's still going to be 2 hours, do it like how you do it now. This is short. This was 30 minutes. You can do this with a tag team tournament next year, the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, if you want to call it that. You could do another Mae Young Classic in a couple years from now. Go with the idea that I brought up. Have a 4 rotating tournament. Four rotating tournaments each year, each every 4 years. Have the Cruiserweight Classic 1 year, have the next year the Mae Young Classic, have the next year the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Tournament, and have the year after that the King of the Ring. And with the King of the Ring, you could take 4 from SmackDown, 4 from Monday Night Raw, 4 from NXT, and 4 from the outside. You could take 4 new competitors from the outside and have them meet, possibly at, in this case here, if they're doing it around summertime, they can, meet either on or a live Raw or a live SmackDown, or have their own special event in the same arena as SmackDown. Or I would even say, if they want to do that particular tournament a little bit earlier, have it to where that the finals happen at SummerSlam. That's for the King of the Ring tournament, but I'm talking about for all the other tournaments, do it like how they did it here tonight. I liked it. It was good. I had no issues with it. It was perfect the way they did it tonight. Everything meant something. Everything felt special. It felt like the Cruiserweight. This was the only time where I felt like this was very, very special. I don't know if it's because it was live. It was most likely because it was live. But the Cruiserweight Classic felt like that all tournament. I didn't feel like that during the Mae Young Classic. But tonight, I felt this was huge. I thought it was huge. I thought it was great. I thought it was great for the WWE. I thought it was great for everybody watching involved. All right, but seriously, though, I thought it was great. It was great. Good match. Kairi Sane at the end, and Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler, they shake hands, they hug at the end. Great stuff. I saw some people on Twitter say, oh, Shayna Baszler should just, beat up Kairi Sane right here. That will actually not be a good thing to do, especially with this tournament going on. So, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, Sarah Del Rey, they were all in a ring presenting flowers to Kairi Sane and to Shayna Baszler. A huge trophy. I didn't realize how big that trophy was for the Mae Young Classic. And Kairi Sane, she is going to be a megastar. Women to come out of this tournament that are going to be stars. I don't want to say megastars, but megastar for sure, Kairi Sane. Stars, women that can win the title, win the NXT title, win the WWE Raw or SmackDown Women's titles. Piper Niven, Toni Storm, Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae, and I'm sorry, as far as like actual stars is concerned, great hands to have on there. Santana Garrett, Mercedes Martinez, Sarah Logan. I'm sure I'm missing a few. Shayna Baszler, I want to put into the star category, that second category, so I apologize. Shayna Baszler, you know, and those are women that just really come off the top of my head right now. Because, like I said, I like Sarah Logan. I like, you know, I also like, oh yeah, Tainara Conti. Should be a good hand. Not a star per se, but should be a good hand. Should be a good hand if she gets better in the ring. I think she could be a pretty damn good heel as well if she is given time. But that was the Mae Young Classic, guys. That was the finals. I'm glad that they did it how they did it tonight. Just next year, whatever tournament that is going to be next year, don't do the Netflix format. Me personally, I don't like the Netflix format. Do it like how you did last year with the Cruiserweight Classic. That's just my opinion. I can't sit and binge watch. It was kind of hard to binge watch these shows at times, but fantastic night. Fantastic night for the WWE. Fantastic night for the women in the women's division. And let me know what you think about this. If you guys made it this far in the video, I want you to put a hashtag for me. Hashtag Malibu Owls. Yes, hashtag Malibu Owls in the comment section there. But guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts about the Mae Young Classic. Let me know if you thought this was a great, good booking decision for WWE. Let me know on how you thought about the entire tournament. But guys, as if you did like this here, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like the Facebook page, where both links are down below. Tell your friends and family and come and join the JD Venom Nation here on YouTube. And that is it, guys. I will see you guys later. Peace out.